Peace and living light love to you. My name is Hasaan Ajaye, and I am the agent of the light. And I welcome you all to the first celestial spaces. These spaces are going to be enclaves in which I share many of the translations that flow through my mind throughout the day, that I jot down, that I also release through the today's translations, logo motion, and also the Agent of the Light stream series. But in an effort to create more content here on X, as well as these spaces will be featured on my website, which the link is in my bio, as well as my Patreon and on the YouTube. These will be small little brief moments or glimpses of divinity in time, which you may come back to receive your doses of empowerment, illumination, and enrichment. So thank you for those who may be listening to this right now and who will consequently listen to this at a later time. This first celestial spaces is titled, You Are Only Stuck Where You Stay. And I think that that is very self-explanatory when you say, we all experience the illusions of stagnation, of things not going our way, of luck swinging in the opposite direction, of things feeling like we are in a box, literally. And by way of certain octaves of magic, whom I refer to as the darkness programmers or the engineers of this artificial reality that we live in. Rather, I should say, the manipulators of this reality that we live in. Because they didn't create this reality, but they do program it a certain way so that we are kept from the higher octaves of our consciousness, so that we are kept from embodying and utilizing divine power, so that we don't truly see ourselves within our magnificence, majesty, and grace, so that we're not custodians of the planet, that we're not good to one another, and many other things. But many of the things that make people feel or lead people to think that there's no way out. How many people think that right now, are in a space of feeling that within their current circumstances, life situations, right now? How many people do you know that may feel like that? I ask you, those of you that are listening and will listen to this, is that true? The truth is that that feeling, that thought process, that outlook on reality is, as I said not too long ago, engineered artificially at that. It may be a byproduct of what I refer to as the soul craving to have a firsthand experience with itself, meaning you. But it also may be the result of things that have been implanted, subplanted even, into our reality, meaning that they are not real. So what do we have to remind us that there are greater things for us to strive for? What do we have to serve as a reminder that We really are only stuck where we stay. And it is actually the impermanent nature of the things that consist of reality in this dimension. Think about it. The things that are impermanent, the things that are illusory, we have to keep doing them in order to keep making them real in our lives. Now, don't we? You have to keep eating that pint of ice cream or keep smoking that Newport. You have to keep doing things that bear no true, lasting substance in order for your sense computation mechanism to trick your brain into thinking that the things that you do, which make your senses fire off, are real. But as Morpheus said in The Matrix, these are just electrical signals, impulses rather, being interpreted by your brain. And so I ask you again, is that real? And if it is, then why is it that when I or you or anyone who may listen to this, when we chase these things, why does it hurt so much when we do? If it is real, and if it is not real, then why do I feel stuck within it? Why do I feel as if there's no hope in sight? Why do I feel as if there is no other reality outside of that which I have barricaded myself in between? And the truth of the matter is, beloveds, is that you are not stuck. I'm going to repeat that. You are not stuck if that is how you feel right now. And if it is not the way that you are feeling right now, then the fact that you are no longer where you were when you did feel that is proof of concept that the feeling of being stuck is an illusion. It is only because you stayed where you were that you even felt stuck. When we feel stuck, it's because we wish to expand beyond that which we have architected around ourselves as our reality. So, what are you doing that is different that will help you to expand? What is it that's helping you to expand right now? What is it that is helping you to uproot yourself while remaining anchored within where it is that you have chosen to be in that which I certainly hope is lasting? What is lasting? What is permanent? These are questions that, in the pursuit of answering them, we will always arrive at the doorstep of our souls. But it begins with accepting that I am not stuck anywhere. I have only stopped. If I have stopped because I am resting, then that is necessary. But if I have stopped because I wish to stay right where I am, well, then that is going to cause me to vibrate too high. For those of you who may want to know more about what it is that I just made mention of in terms of vibrating too high and what its counterpart is, and how we may graft a greater understanding of this principle, there is a video that is going to drop. Become a member of my Patreon today. Subscribe for $4.99 a month so that you can gain access to that video. It's on the principle of vibration and oscillation. Tune in. Remember this, beloveds. You are never stuck. You have only stopped. Why did you stop is the question. And if you feel as if you are stuck, but you haven't stopped, well, that is something completely different. That is actually in the process of breaking via your awareness of it. Because again, there are engineers of this side of reality that do not wish for us to expand into the greater and higher octaves of our consciousness and to learn how to embody higher degrees of light. They do not want us to do that. So sometimes when we stop, or sometimes when we stay and we feel stuck, it's actually not because we wanted to stop, or rather needed to stop, or we wanted to stay stuck, that is. Sometimes there is a resistance that is pushing against us that we, through the principle of light and by way of our spiritual protection, our healing, and our connection to our agencies, that we are able to then overcome by no longer resisting, by being like Nebherukuti himself and rising above the storms, such as we see the falcon do, right? Have that discernment within yourself to be able to recognize when it's you and when it's not. That's very important because it'll let you know if whether you stopped so that you may rest or whether you are staying because you have chosen to stagnate, or whether that is the picture that's being painted before you when actually it is a configuration that has been engineered to make you believe that you're doing it to yourself. All of these examples require one thing: that you continue to choose yourself. Stay there within you, that is. Thank you for joining the celestial space, and I'll see you next time. May the light lead you, and living light love to you.